Peace, love, health, and well vibe tribe. Like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is KP, and this is KP Tarot. Okay, so we have a very special reading, so I want y'all to sit down, get your pens and pads, sit down, get comfortable, and we about to jump straight into it. All right, so don't be afraid to pause and rewind if you need to. Okay, and post 222 portal, if ever you feel any confluent shakiness in your life, don't be afraid to come back and just ask questions about what's going on. Okay, uh, Gemini. I can't remember where I got Gemini in my chart. So let's go ahead, light Palo Santo, just for the energy, uh, and see, you know, let's just take a second, disconnect from the world, from all the good, all the bad, all the ugly. Just, just chill, sit back, relax. All right. Can you imagine having Palo Santo in a campfire, just throwing random chunks of Palo Santo in there, or throwing Palo Santo in a barbecue? Oh, that'll smell so delicious. All right, so let's see what's going on in the cards for the 222 portal for the Geminis. Okay, so the first thing first, we got the moon card. Okay, so the moon card is the 20 I almost said the 28th. I can't believe I said that. It is the 18th card in the major arcana. Okay, so remember, this is going to be a significant life change, whether it's going to be fast and hard or slow and gradual, but this is representing a big life change. Okay, so the number 18 can be significant, the number 9, the number 8, and the number 1. Okay, so what's going on here is the moon represents the internal environment of a person in astrology, right, Gemini? And so, when we looking at the internal aspect of a person, deep, deep, deep down inside, we are all the same. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on here is, especially with I think it's going to be what, 1 or 2 days removed from the full moon. I can't remember when the no the new moon. I'm sorry, the new moon. I can't remember when the next new moon is, but the 222 portal is going to be right by a nice little moon. So yeah, two. Okay, so my bad, Gemini. I'm trying to get in the chat and spam the chat with some emojis. A nice little moon. So, all right, so we got confirmation that we got audio. Okay, cool. My bad, y'all. I wasn't prepared. All right, so when we see this moon card, understand that there is a possibility that some truths will be revealed. This definitely could represent some truths around love, emotions, etc., etc. I don't want to hype nobody up. I don't want to pump nobody up, but that's just what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else the cards got in store before we really, really get super, super deep into this reading. All right. So next Gemini, what we got is the Nine of Wands. Okay. So 9 year, right? This is a 9 year, right? We are seeking fulfillment, right? We are seeking fulfillment. And so the nine itself represents pride, fulfillment, manifestations coming, cycles coming to a close, etc. Okay. So the moon and the 9 of wands, and we get the wands is a representation of the fire element. So far the theme is internal environment, and fulfillment and happiness. And the reason why I say that is because the nine of wands is somebody who is focused on their desires, their goals, their dreams. So each one of those wands represents a goal or achievement or something like that to that person in particular. Now remember, these cards may manifest differently for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm seeing so far is there's going to be some truths revealed about what your future outlook or your future goal could be. I don't know if this is a relationship or a job or a house or what, but I see some clarity coming into our life, Gemini. And then last but not least, we have the page of wands. Okay. So not only do we have the nine of wands, but we got the page of wands. So how about we just go ahead and add that up to 10? Okay, so let's do a quick look at the page. So the page represents the earth element. Okay. The page himself represents the earth element. And then when you look at the wands represents the fire element. Okay. So what's going on here is there's a person who's looking for balance and stability, hence the earth element, right? They're looking for somewhere to set their roots down, right? They're looking to be established, okay? And the wands again is personal is the desire. So what I'm feeling here is that there's some personal desires as an individual that we're looking to achieve here. Okay, so maybe this is not as a group or as a marriage, but what I'm feeling here is that we're going to get some clarity on what does fulfillment look like for me, right? Not what makes the kids happy, not what makes the dog happy. With this page of wands here, as you can see, it's almost like I'm announcing to the world that I'm here, right? And I'm not going anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? So some of the key terms that's associated with the moon card, okay? Some of the key terms that's associated with the moon: illusion, illusion, dreams, illumination. Okay, Neptune, Pisces, water, third eye. Okay, sometimes when this card comes out, it could indicate that there's some sort of danger, but I'm not picking up any danger in particular per se. I feel like things might get shaky or things might get a little um like I said, when you talking about the truth being revealed, right? Deep down inside, everybody is all the same, and we all on the pursuit of happiness, right? So since we all on the pursuit of happiness, we're gonna try things and fail. We're gonna make mistakes or whatever. But the biggest thing is that we can't lose, and nobody we deal with or nobody we talk to, nothing. We can't lose sight of who we are, right? And with this fire that's heavy inside of this reading, meaning the two wands equaling the 10 of wands, I feel as though we are again getting in tune with who we are as a person. So this could, for different people, this could be what does my mate look like? Where do I want to live? How many kids do I want in the future? How much money do I want, right? So be on the lookout for messages, from numbers, from dreams. So a couple key terms that goes along with the nine of wands. All right, couple key terms that go along with the nine of wands. All right. So the nine of wands represents persistence, fruition, and resilience, ruled by Sagittarius. Okay, the nine of wands when it come out is saying that we have overcame so much and we finally reached the top, right? So next thing to do is to sit back and enjoy, right? The nine of wands is always on guard. He always ready, right? He's never given up. As you, if you, I don't know how well we can see the cards, but if you noticed here, the young man has a bandage around his head. I don't think that that is a bandana. And if you notice, he's not holding that wand very proudly. It's almost like he's scouring the horizon for another challenge or another challenger for that matter, right? So if you know anything about the story of the wands, then you know that this has been a long journey from start to finish of planning and execution, bumping your head, recovering, and carry on and so forth, right? So last but not least, a couple key terms that go along with a couple of the key terms that goes along with the page of wands is explosive creativity, good news. Also, Sagittarius. Okay, so so adding all the wands up here, if we can, if y'all don't mind, if I break this reading down to two cards, right? That gives us the moon, which again is symbolizing that there's going to be some truths being revealed. Okay, so so I'm feeling like we're going to have to use our intuition. I feel like maybe we might be dealing with some people who is not going to be able to articulate what the problems may or may not be. And we're going to have to kind of guess and not really work around, but just fix things without saying it, if that makes sense. I don't know if anybody resonate what I'm saying, but if so, please hit me in the description box, okay? So, so this ten of wands, okay? I'm feeling a ten of wands. So, let me tell you what I'm picking up with this ten of wands. So first is going to be key terms, which is imbalance, obligations, and burdens. So remember, the wands, the ten of wands was the guy who was carrying all the wands home, right? So if those wands represents your desires and your goals, your achievements, this is someone who might be financially burdened is what I'm picking up, and they might be, how do you say, um how can you say this? They could either be financially burdened and or just feeling the pressure of the day and the times, because money is something that's a very very important subject, and without the ability to provide for yourself and your loved ones, what are you going to do? So mm, let me see, is there anything else the Cancer Gemini needs to know about this? Okay, Gemini. So let me get back to the 10 really quick. Imbalance, burdens, obligations. So again, these obligations, these burdens that we might feel like we. So first thing first, what I'm picking up is that we got to stop looking at our obligations as burdens, even if they are, right? And I always say this: how you speak about your past and how you speak about your future is going to dictate your present. So it's going to be very, very, very important for you to understand what is going on, who, what, when, where, why, or how. Okay. So best course of action advice going through, or maybe what to expect from the 10 through the 222 portal. Like I said, I definitely feel like there's going to be some truths revealed. And amongst these truths revealed, it's going to be able to put our own self in in balance and perspective is what I'm feeling. I feel like the truth that we're going to learn about ourselves is going to help clear up some things for the future. So maybe this could come from experimenting and implementing something that we learned from somebody else, or asking for recommendations, even getting a reading or something like that. Oftentimes, when a wands pop up, either somebody is having a question on their destiny and or some sort of extracurricular activity or even a romantic relationship, right? Because for those people like me, right, which my sun sign is a Scorpio, I don't remember where my Gemini is. Let me see where my Gemini is. I think my Gemini, okay, say Mars Gemini 14 degrees. It says R. I don't know what the R mean. I don't know if that mean retrograde or what, but so yeah, so what is that Mars and Gemini or Gemini and Mars? Let me Google that real fast, y'all. Y'all do y'all mind Geminis? Mars and Gemini. But y'all Gemini, so y'all already be Googling stuff already. Okay. It says in astrology, Mars and Gemini is a time of intellectual stimulation, variety, and action. It can be a time to try new things. Mars and Gemini are naturally talented debaters, sharp, quick witted. Uh, so what do the Mars house represent? Mars. Let me see. What do Mars house rep? All right, Gemini. We about to go ahead and close this out in a second. Mars and a house indicate how a person approaches life challenges, takes actions, and channels their drive. All right, so what house represent Mars? No, not what horse. What house represent Mars? House of Representatives. In a birth chart. What house represent Mars in a birth chart is what I just Googled. It says Mars is typically associated with the first house. This is because the first house is ruled by the zodiac sign Aries, okay, which is ruled by Mars. Okay, that's funny because I'm a Scorpio and Scorpios are ruled by Mars. So your first house represents your self-image, personality. So that means it's so your first house represents how people see you, the outward expression of you. Mars, when Mars is placed in the first house, it can indicate a strong sense of self, assertive behavior, physical energy, and a tendency to take initiative. Okay, cool. So in closing, Gemini, what I recommend for you, going through the 222 portal, or maybe what's to expect again, is definitely expect some truths to be revealed, and it's going to show you who and what you are into. I don't think that, I mean, for some people this moon card could manifest as, maybe somebody infidelity, or maybe somebody could be getting some good news about some money or something like that. But what I feel intuitively is that Gemini is going to cross the threshold where they're going to be able to identify themselves a little bit better and to be able to stand out amongst the crowd. All right. So with that being said, I want to wish you all peace, love, health, and wealth. I'm gonna keep it open just in case if anybody got any questions. So so in closing, while I'm waiting to see if anybody got any questions, again, the Ten of Wands is saying that we are we have a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, a lot of aspirations being taken care of right now. So it might manifest as like a lot of traffic or a lot of ups and downs or a lot of craziness, but that's just life. It's almost like you shake up a bag of chips and then you set them down and they kind of readjust on their own. That's all that's happening. It's just like a quick little shake up. That's all that's going on, Gemini. So with that being said, Gemini, I'm gonna go ahead and step on up out of here. But I want to wish you all peace, love, health, and wealth through this 222 portal. All right.